Good morning and happy Wednesday, happy hump day. In our practice, we've been working on some twists recently and the chin mudra, using the chin mudra. So today we'll follow along with that same process of focusing on full body twist and reminding ourselves that every time that you do a twist, when you're doing a physical twist in the body, you're bringing some things out. And that might be what we all need to do right now, is to bring some things out that no longer serve us, and then we can bring in new, healthy, and wonderful ideas. So let's start out our practice the way we always do. We'll start out by centering. And by centering, we'll just need to find a comfortable seat. So I'm gonna sit down and I'm staying in a kneeling pose, but you can come into easy pose if you like, the cross-leg pose, and just draw your tailbone down towards the earth. And as you're drawing your tailbone down, just lift all the way up on the sternum. And as you're lifting up at the heart center, keep lifting up through the crown of your head. And as you're reaching all the way up towards the ceiling, take a moment now to draw your shoulders up towards your ears, and then just draw the shoulders back down away from your ears. And then we'll place our hands in the chin mudra, where the index finger is right at the base of the thumb. And then you can turn your palms up and close your eyes down. And as you close your eyes down, can you notice the breath coming in through your nostrils and then going out through your nostrils? So just relax your shoulders again, and the next time you breathe, whenever that is, on the inhale, notice the breath coming in a little bit cooler and going out a little bit warmer. Now keep following your breath on the next inhale, whenever that is, as it flows through the nostrils, through the back of the throat, the back of the chest, the back of the abdominal region. And then keep following your breath on the way out as it releases through the abdominal region, the back of the chest, the back of the throat, and then again out through the nostrils. Just try to follow that flow and rhythm of your own breath, allowing your face to soften. And now while the eyes are closed down, maybe you can notice any sounds around you. Notice any sensations at all in your body, any tightness, any openness, any coolness, any warmth. And maybe even notice how you're feeling today, halfway through the week. Now, before you open your eyes, just take a moment to bring your palms together at the heart center. Lift your heart up into your palms and bring to mind your intention or your intent for your practice today. And maybe that'll be letting go of anything that no longer serves you. Namaste. Good morning. Today we'll begin our practice in easy pose and we'll focus on full body twisting. So we'll do a lot of variations of twists today. So find your comfortable seat in your cross leg position and then just bring your arms out to either side, and we'll start by opening up around the head and the neck area. So just drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Take a moment to walk the right fingertips out until you can notice that connection from the arm all the way up the whole side of the neck to your ear. Deepen your breath by allowing the breath to expand your whole body when you inhale, and then allow the breath to relax you when you exhale. On the next inhalation, bring the chin parallel with the floor, walk your hand back in, and on the exhale, drop the right ear towards the right shoulder and walk the left fingertips out. As soon as you've found a position where you feel like the muscles are connected, start to deepen your breath. On the next inhale, just lift the chin so it's parallel with the floor, and you can walk your hands in again, and then walk your hands back slightly behind you. Lift up on the heart center and draw the knees down. So just a gentle opening this morning. We're going to be holding some of these postures, and then we're going to be doing some rhythmically. Some of the twists will be rhythmic, and that'll warm the body, and then some of the twists will hold a little bit longer so you can really experience the benefit of them. Now we'll walk the fingertips forward, and on the inhale, reach your arms directly up over your head, reach through your fingertips and take a look up at your palms. Make sure your fingers are fanned out, making a whole lot of space, and the palms are like mirror images of each other. On the next exhalation, turn your palms out and just start reaching from your shoulders to your elbows to your wrists to your fingertips. Go ahead, take a deep breath. Notice that opening in the middle of the chest. And then on the exhale, just release the arms back down behind you. Come up onto your fingertips one more time. Inhale, lift up on the heart center. Draw the collarbones away from each other this time and draw the knees back down again. Just deepen your breath. That's a great heart opening posture to do just about every day. Now walk your fingertips forward again. We'll inhale, reach the arms up over the head. Take a look up at your palms, fan out your fingers. Turn your palms forward, and on the exhale, start reaching forward. As you're reaching forward, can you imagine someone's holding onto your wrists and then draw back on your tailbone? See if you can let your heart sink down, and then on the exhale, let your fingertips come down to the floor. So as your fingertips reach down towards the floor, make sure that you're reaching through the crown of your head and there's no abnormal curve in your spine. It's actually your heart you want lifted. And now we'll walk the fingertips over towards the left side. Inhale, lift up on the heart center. And on the exhale, draw that right hip back down towards the floor. Deepen your breath. Yeah. Full deep breath. It's a great practice for first thing in the morning. It's also good for settling in at night. Now walk your fingertips over towards the center. Inhale and reach your arms up over your head. Reach through your fingertips. Extend forward, and as you're extending forward, draw your tailbone back, release your fingertips down, open up at the heart center. Walk your fingertips towards your right side. Inhale and lift up on the heart center. On the exhale, draw that left hip back down towards the floor if it starts popping up. Okay, the more you can breathe deeply, the more you can connect the body and the mind and get the most benefit out of your practice. So if you're overextending, you're twisting towards the back of the knee. If you're underextending, you're way over here. So try to make sure that your hands are even on both sides and you're at an angle with your knee. If you want to, you can even bring your knees in tighter. Deepen your breath. And now walk your fingers back to the center. Okay, as you're bringing your fingers back to the center, reach your arms up over your head, extend through your fingertips. On the next exhalation, you'll just come down forward again, draw the tailbone back, lift up on the sternum, walk your fingertips over towards your left side one more time. This time you're going to lift up through the heart center and draw that right hip back down to the floor. Keep walking your fingers forward if that's working for you. Try to keep the heart center lifted. On the next exhale, engage your abdomen and just imagine your navel slightly turning towards your inner thigh on the cross leg. You might even have your legs out. If you have your legs out because the cross leg didn't work for you, same thing. You're pointing the navel towards the inner thigh. Turn your head a little bit and deepen your breath. Now just observing how that feels this morning. Let's walk the fingertips back towards the center line. Inhale, bring the arms up over the head. Lift your rib cage up. On the exhale, release your fingertips back down. Now walk your fingertips over towards your right side. Not a lot of effort, just a lot of opening first thing this morning. Draw your shoulders down away from the ears. And then on your next exhale, whenever that is, really engage your abdomen and imagine turning your navel towards your inner thigh. Try to keep the heart center open so you're not hunching over at all. Deepen your breath. And then nice and easy, let's just walk the hands back to the center. Inhale, bring your arms up over your head, turn your palms out. And on the exhale, you can reach from your shoulders to your elbows to your wrists, wrists to the fingertips, all the way back behind you. Inhale and lift up on the heart center one final time. Take a nice deep breath. And then on the exhale, we'll just come forward. So as you're leaning forward, we'll move right into our table pose. And as you come into your table pose, flatten the spine by drawing your tailbone back and reaching through the crown of your head. On the next inhale, draw your shoulders away from your ears and then draw your right leg back. As you're bringing your right leg back, press through the heel. Notice that sensation maybe in the back of your thigh, the back of your calf. And then on the next exhale, draw the knee in towards your chest and just hover there for a moment. Exhale, and you can release that leg down, and we'll go on the opposite side. So just drawing your left leg back, press through the heel. So your toe is curled under, you're pressing through the heel, and you should feel some energy in the back of the thigh. Keep reaching through the crown of your head. If your head is lifted like mine, put your head down so that your spine is long from the thoracic spine up through the cervical spine. So your gaze is downward, your energy is pressing back through the back heel. On the exhale, draw the knee in towards your chest and just hover there for a moment. Now release the knee back down. On the next inhale, keep your knee bent and we'll lift the foot up towards the ceiling and take a look up. Tiger stretch, yeah. On the exhale, draw the knee in towards your chest and look down towards the knee. Your shoulder blades should be apart from each other. And then you can place the knee back down. Opposite side, inhale and lift up the bent knee, press the heel towards the sky and look up. So you're looking up. On the exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest and take a look down. And then place the knees back together. Let's do that one more time. You can do it with the rhythm of your own breath, okay? So everybody's doing their own thing. On the inhale, you're lifting the knee up and reaching your head back, almost as if your head and your knee could come together. And then on your exhale, you're drawing the knee way in towards the chest and the head drops down. Opposite side. Inhale up, and then exhale and draw the knee in. Let's do one more round like that. Just keep following the rhythm of your own breath. And now we'll separate the knees a little bit wider and draw the hips back. As you draw your hips back, walk your hands forward. As you're walking your hands forward, let the heart center sink down. So if you need to come up on your fingertips, that's fine, because actually that allows you to pull your shoulders back a little more, draw your hips back, and let your heart release. Happy hump day. Let your head drop down. Let your head release down towards the mat. Inhale and we'll float the torso up. Leave your hands right where they are. Bring your knees back together. Curl your toes under. And on the inhale, lift the hips up. On the exhale, draw your hips back, moving easily and gracefully into your downward facing dog. Just bend one knee and then the other. One knee and then the other. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Let your head relax and your neck relax. And then on the next inhale, we'll just lunge forward slightly. So as you're coming forward, almost like you're coming into your plank posture, drop your knees down, tops of the feet down, bring your elbows in, and you'll come down chest and chin towards the floor. Inhale and just float your torso up, slide your hands forward. As you slide your hands forward, fan out your fingers really wide in your Sphinx pose and try to imagine that you're drawing your shoulders back and down at the same time. Keep the shoulders and the elbows lined up. And then press the tops of your feet into the mat. So when you're pressing the tops of the feet in, can you engage the buttocks? And then from there, draw your tailbone down towards your inner ankles. Reach up through the crown of your head. Deepen your breath. Notice any subtleties at all in the body. You've got to watch now with your internal eye. On the next exhale, just draw the arms back so you have your hands right underneath the rib cage. Bring the elbows way in, and then we'll just come back up, curl the toes under, and move right into your downward facing dog. One more time. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Make sure that your feet are slightly separated and the heels are out a little bit farther than the toes. If you want to bend both of your knees, you can let your heart center sink down and let the abdomen come a little closer to your thighs. Draw your heels way back towards the back of the room. Inhale, coming forward slightly. Drop the left knee down and bring your right foot forward and then your left foot forward. And then on the exhale, just fold forward slightly, press through your feet, bend your knees. Inhale, and we'll bring the arms all the way up over the head. On the exhale, release the arms down to the side. Just clasp your hands right behind you. Lift up on the heart center. Keep drawing your fingertips down towards the ground and try to keep your chin parallel with the floor. Twists take a lot of heart opening. We think of it a lot of times as twisting the body and turning, but twists have to exert the upper chest a lot to open up. So now on the next exhale, let's just release the arms down. And when you release the arms down, you can roll your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Inhale, bring the arms up over your head, let your palms touch, and then lift up through your fingertips. So as you're reaching up through your fingertips, just see if you can press down on the outer edges of both of your feet at the same time. And then on the exhale, just drop over slightly towards your left side and keep reaching through your fingertips. Press down on the outer edge of your right foot. Deepen your breath. If you want to cross your arms over, if that feels better, you can do that as well. Sometimes that helps you to open up the outer upper chest some more. Just depends on what you've been doing lately and where you really need the energy. So breathe deep, send the prana everywhere. Inhale, and we'll come back to the center. And then on the exhale, release your arms down to the side, cross your arms over, and we'll bring the arms right up over the head. Reach through your fingertips, exhale, and drop over slightly towards your right side. Press down on the outer edge of your left foot and deepen your breath. Try not to roll forward, but to draw back. Inhale, and we'll bring the arms back to the center. On the exhale, release the arms down to the side. Roll your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. So now we'll move into a wider stance, a little bit wider stance. And when you come into this stance, I just want you to hinge forward slightly. So now we're going to do a rhythmic movement, okay? Before we were holding somewhat, now we're going to move rhythmically. So bend your knees slightly, draw your hips back, and come about halfway down to the floor. So you'll be parallel, your spine is parallel with the floor. And then just bring your hands down in front of you. If they don't reach the floor, then you can bring something in front, like a block And then on the next inhale, we'll extend the left arm up, exhale, and drop it back down. Inhale on the opposite side and exhale and drop it back down. So now start following the rhythm of your own breath, but try to keep this rhythmic and keep the action going, okay? Because we're just gonna warm up the spine a little bit more. Warm up the spine, deepen the breath. You might even want to try cooling and warming breaths. So when you inhale, it's a little bit cooler, and when you exhale, it's a little bit warmer. And now on your next exhalation, you can turn your heels in and just kind of roll up slowly. So as you roll your torso all the way back up, roll your shoulders back and down. And now you can turn your right foot out and bring your left foot forward. So as you come forward, come to the top of your mat. And as you come to the top of your mat, just extend your arms down to the side and move right into your mountain pose. So press through the outer edges of your feet, really engage your inner thighs and lift all the way up the midline. So you're lifting your energy all the way up towards the crown of your head, but keep drawing your limbs down. So you want to keep that energy drawing down on both of the arms and both of the legs. Deepen your breath. Inhale and bring the arms up over your head. As you reach your arms up over your head, take a look up at your palms. On the next exhale, start hinging at the hips. And as you begin hinging at the hips, keep reaching forward with the crown of the head. Press through both of your feet and just move into Ardha Uttanasana, or half forward fold. From this position, you can bend your knees and draw your hips back. Inhale, and we'll bring the right leg one giant step back. As you bring your right leg back, you can drop down onto the right knee. Inhale, and open up at the heart center. On the next exhalation, just curl your toe under and draw your left leg back. When you draw your left leg back, we'll move right back into the downward facing dog. Inhale and lunge forward into your plank pose, and then come down, knees, chest, and chin towards the floor. Inhale and lift your torso up. This time we're going right into cobra pose. So cobra pose, your elbows are slightly bent and your heart center is open. Cobra pose is really a good posture if you don't have a lot of back injuries, and you're able to open your heart by drawing your collarbones away from each other and keep the energy grounded on your feet. Keep your buttocks engaged and keep lifting up through the navel. Exhale, and you'll draw your hips back. As you bring your hips back, you can gently bring your right foot forward. So as you bring your right foot forward, draw the collarbones away from each other again. And just let your hips sink down. Just allow the hips to sink down. If you need an adjustment, you can always draw the knee back a little bit more, but try to keep that long line in your spine. Now draw your right knee back, curl the toes under, lift up the hips and draw your hips back again into your downward facing dog. Draw the shoulder blades back. Inhale, and we'll start to lunge forward. And as you're lunging forward, you can drop your right knee down and bring your left foot forward and then your right foot forward. Exhale and fold all the way forward. Then both of your knees, bring the arms up over your head. Let your palms touch and gently press your hips forward. Press the thighs forward as well. Keep lifting up through your rib cage and reaching through your fingertips and really enjoying this back bend. On the exhale, draw the fingertips down the center line, right to the heart center. Lift your heart up into the palms. And on the exhale, release your arms down to the side. So as you bring your arms down towards the side, let's just draw the right foot one giant step back. So when you bring your right foot back, see if you can bring your hips forward. And now we're going to move into a variation of our Warrior One posture, okay? So when you come into your Warrior One posture, you sink your front knee down and the back foot is still at your 45-degree angle. So focusing on your feet now, feel that stability. And then if all of that feels okay, you'll inhale and reach the arms up over the head. So as you're reaching your arms all the way up towards the sky, keep lifting up the rib cage. Keep pressing through the outer edge of your back foot and really deepen your breath. So that front knee is externally rotated. If you know about where the Manipura chakra is, it's around the middle of the rib cage, or it's called the solar plexus chakra. So right in that area, can you imagine that part of your body turning towards your bent knee? So just let that part of your body turn towards the bent knee, and then you can release your arms down on either side. Inhale and bring the arms back together and bring the midline back to the center. On the exhale, you can draw your arms back behind you, reach all the way back behind you, open up at the heart center. And then bring your palms together at the heart, lift your heart up into the palms. Bring all the weight into your left foot and let's step the right foot forward. Exhale and slowly fold forward. So as you're folding forward, just bring your hips back, keep reaching through the crown of your head, bend both of your knees and let's extend the arms out long in front, almost like a squat. Press through your feet and then bring the palms back up again. Exhale and release your arms down to the side. As you bring your arms down towards the side, let's bring the hands to the waist and just shift your weight now into your right foot and we'll step the left foot one giant step back. So as you bring your left foot back, we're moving into our Warrior One posture. So in that posture, remember you're externally rotating the knee and you're pressing through the outer edge of your back foot. So just deepen your breath. Maybe you can notice your hips begin to sink down. And then on the next inhale, we'll just draw the arms up over the head. And as you're reaching your arms all the way up over your head, keep lifting up at the rib cage. Lift the rib cage up. Now imagining the solar plexus area, or right in the middle of the rib cage, try to turn that towards your bent knee. So you turn out towards your bent knee. And then on the exhale, you can release your arms down to the side. So your arms come down to the side. So one hand is right behind the knee. Good morning, twist, yeah. On the next inhale, you'll reach the arms back and bring that middle line towards the center. Now bring the palms together at the heart center, lift the heart up into the palms, bring all the weight into your right foot, and we'll step the left foot forward. So as you bring your left foot forward on the exhale, just bend your knees slightly, start moving into your forward fold, and as you're moving forward, we'll go halfway, exhale and bend the knees, and then extend the arms out in front in your squat, press through your feet, lift the arms up over your head, let your palms touch, and then bring the palms right back down to the heart center, lift the heart up into the palms. Exhale and bring your hands down to your waist, and let's keep going with that. So on the next inhale, just bring your right foot back again. So now you have your right foot back. On the front foot, you'll exhale and sink your front knee down. So moving into that warrior one posture one more time. On the inhale, bring the arms up over the head. And then on the exhale, bring your palms together and right down to the heart center. Lift your heart up into your palms. Now still focused on that same region of the solar plexus area. You'll turn towards the bent knee. And if all of that is feeling okay with you, can sink your hips down some more. If you need to lift up off of the heel first and recenter yourself, or you can stay up there, whatever one you like. On the exhale, you'll turn towards your bent knee and just place the elbow on the outside of the knee or on the top of the thigh. And focus on your breath. Breathe into the back body. Feel that expansion in your chest and your heart center. And on the next exhalation, engage your abdomen, come back to the center. You can bring your arms back up. Bring all of the weight into your left foot, and we'll step the right foot forward. Now just notice any balance in your body. Notice where the energy is in your feet, on which side you feel the energy. Exhale, and we'll hinge slightly forward. So hinge slightly forward, bend both of your knees. Inhale, extend your arms out in front, and then bring the arms all the way up over your head. Let your palms touch, and very gently, pressing your hips forward, we'll move into a gentle back bend. Keep reaching, reaching, reaching through your fingertips. On the exhale, you'll bring your palms all the way down to the midline. Lift your heart up into your palms. And then bring your hands to your waist. With your hands at the waist, let's shift the weight into the right leg, and we'll step the left leg one giant step back. So when you find your position now on this side, just try to find an area where you can let your front knee sink down, and you'll move into your warrior one legs. So your warrior one legs, the outer edge is at about a 45-degree angle, and the front knee is slightly bent. On the inhale, let's bring the palms to the heart center. And with the palms at the heart center, think about the solar plexus again and just turning the solar plexus towards your bent knee. Then release your elbows down. So when you release your elbows down, you may want to draw your back foot up and then down again, or maybe you're leaving it up on this side or the other side, but just breathe deeply. So as you move into this, it's the warrior one posture, and you're also doing a twist. So there's a lot in the heart right now. So try to press your palms together, open up at the heart center, deepen your breath. Now slowly we'll unravel, just unravel, come back to the center, bring the weight into your right foot, and we'll step the left foot forward. Exhale, and you can slightly fold forward. Bend both of your knees, and on the inhale, bring the arms out in front, all the way up. Let your palms touch. Go ahead and push back into your gentle back bend. So keeping in mind in your back bend that you're drawing your hips forward and your thighs, lifting up the front body. So it doesn't have to be a deep back bend. It can also be a lengthening back bend, just so that your focus is on staying grounded with your feet while you're lifting up at the rib cage. And then on the next exhale, just bring the palms right down to the heart center. Lift the heart up into the palms and take a really deep breath right in the middle of your rib cage. Really breathe deep. Now just bring your hands to your waist, and on the next inhale, we'll draw the right leg back. And as you bring your right leg back, you can turn out. So if it's either your right or your left leg that you brought back, I want you facing your monitor right now. So just facing the monitor. On the next inhale, lift up on the sternum, and then on the exhale, I want you to hinge forward again. So as you're hinging forward, the legs are probably about 3 feet apart. Bend your knees a little bit so you're not hyperextended. Make sure your heels are facing outward. And with your heels facing outward, you're just going to draw the crown of the head forward and then come down closer to the floor. Now this time, if you can get your hands closer to your feet, so you see how I'm walking my hands back a little bit more towards the feet so that they're even with the arches of the feet. And then from here, just walk your hands over. And as you walk your hands over, you can hold on to the outer edge of your foot, and on the inhale, lift the right arm up, left arm up. So as you're lifting your left arm up, you're moving into a little bit more of a twist. And then on the exhale, you can release that back down. Bring your hands back to the center. Inhale and lift up at the heart center. Exhale, walk your hands back so that they're even with the arches. And then just walk your hands over so that you can walk your right hand over to the outer edge, your left hand over to the outer edge of your right foot. And on the inhale, you can reach your right arm up. Press through the outer edges of both of your feet, and then exhale, and we'll release back down. Walk your hands back to the center. Always starting from the center point, try to elongate your spine and get your alignment. So try not to make it an exercise. Try to think about the outer edges pressing into the mat, The abdomen is engaged. Your fingertips are even with your arch. And then you can walk your hands over and inhale and lift that left arm. Feel the energy as you open up your heart and you breathe deeply into this body twist. On the exhale, release the arm back down. Come back to the center. Maybe by now you're noticing how one side feels different than the other. On the exhale, you'll walk your hands back over. Remember now, left hand is on the outer edge of your right foot. And on the inhale, you'll lift up your right arm. Try to stay centered towards the center of the mat. And then on the exhale, release the arm back down. As you release your arm back down, you can come back to the center. Now, if one side felt at all different than the other side, why don't you do that side again? Do your tight side one more time again. And if you didn't have a tight side or you can't find a tight side, then just do both sides, okay? So go ahead and try to use your practice to your benefit. Now when you come back towards the center, we'll turn the heels in, and on the exhale, bend your knees and we'll roll the torso back up. Roll your shoulders back down. Just wave your knees from side to side. Notice any softness that you're starting to create or subtleness in the spine. Exhale, sink your hips down a little lower. Externally rotate your knees. Inhale, bring the arms up over the head, and then bring your elbows down into your goddess pose. Middle of the week, here you are, fully balanced, focused on your breath. Ready to bring it on. Press through your feet and float your arms up. And as you're reaching your hands up, let your palms face the ceiling and bring to mind your intention, or maybe bring to mind right now something that you can be grateful for. I'm grateful for my intentions, that I still do them. But just breathe deeply. On the exhale, release the arms down to the side. Let the arms come all the way down. And now you can turn your right foot out, and we'll bring the left foot forward. Bring your hands to your waist, exhale, and we'll fold forward. Bend your knees. Bring your fingertips down to the mat. And inhale, bring your right leg back, drop the right knee down, left leg back, left knee down. Separate your knees wide, let your toes touch, and we'll draw all the way back with the hips. So as you're coming into your extended child pose, should be pretty easy by now to let your heart center sink down. On the inhale, we'll float the shoulders up, float the torso up, and then just bring your legs out in front. So as you're bringing your legs out in front of you, you can extend the legs long, separate the legs, press through your heels. On the inhale, lift the arms up over your head. On the exhale, hinge forward. Now draw your hips back. So as you're drawing your hips back, can you press through the median part or the meaty part of your calf? Extend through your heels. and externally rotate your legs. We'll walk the fingertips over towards the left side. Inhale and lift up on the heart center. And on the exhale, just hinge forward to wherever feels good. Wherever it feels good. Try to imagine your navel now moving towards your inner thigh. If you want to hold on to your foot, if you're reaching, you can hold on to your foot. You can hold your hands back behind your knees, on either side of your knees. But just try to imagine your heart leading this posture. Try not to allow that right hip to pop up. Keep the right hip down. Inhale and float your torso up. Walk your fingertips towards the center. A lot of wringing out today, so you're gonna feel a lot lighter after this practice. I know you will. Reach up through your fingertips. On the exhale, release the fingertips back down. Draw your tailbone back. Reach through your heels. Reach all the way through the heels. Walk your fingertips over to the opposite side. Inhale and lift up on the heart center. On the exhale, engage your abdomen and just visualize your navel moving towards the inner thigh. Try to get your heart center and your knee lined up. I think by now you should be creating that alignment after the practice you just did. So go ahead and enjoy this twist, another opportunity to massage your internal organs, another opportunity to relieve and release anything that's no longer serving you. Remember, you can readjust your arms any way that feels good to you, but try to keep your heart center leading this posture. Inhale, and we'll float the torso back up. Walk your hands to the center, and then just bring your hands out behind you. You can bring the legs back together. Draw your knees in slightly towards the chest, and then just move the knees from side to side. Now we're going to move into our final twist. Hey! So, pressing your feet down into your mat, draw your hips down towards your ankles, and come down onto the back. So as you come down on your back, make sure that you're in the middle of your mat. Place your arms down on either side. Draw your shoulder blades in and down. Press through your feet and lift your hips up. Now shift your hips over towards the right side. And then drop the hips back down. Extend your left leg long. And then just draw the right knee in towards your chest. If you can hold on with your knee, then you can roll all the way over. So roll all the way over. Yeah, that should feel pretty good. So let your right shoulder relax down. And if you want a little bit more, extend your left leg long. Your right leg long, I'm sorry. So your right leg is going to be long. Right shoulder's down, right leg is long. Deep breath. Now if that all feels okay and you want to bring your left leg or the bottom leg back, you can bring that back and just move into a deeper twist. So try to breathe deeply. You can turn your head towards the right. And then on the exhale, just release the legs so your legs are no longer scissored. And then you can bend the knees, bring the knees into the chest, and we'll come right back to the center. Lift the hips up and shift them back to the middle. So with your hips back in the center, readjust yourself so you're right in the center of your mat again. Press the feet into the mat, lift your hips up, and shift the hips over towards your left side. Hips go towards the left, extend the right leg down, and then draw the knee in towards your chest. Roll over and just allow the whole side body to open. And that might be all you wanted to do today. That might be everything, and that's good. And that feels good. So on the inhale, if you want some more, you can extend your top leg out. So you have the top leg extended out. Take a breath. If that all feels good and you want to reach for your back leg, you can reach for the bottom foot or the bottom leg and scissor your legs and open up at the heart. Now just take your time on this side to start to unravel. So bring your legs together first so they're not scissored, and then you can roll over and come back into the center of your mat by pressing your feet down and lifting your hips right to the center. Draw the knees gently into your chest, separate the knees wide, and just rock from side to side. On the inhale, you can extend your right leg down and then your left leg down, your right arm down and your left arm down. And start preparing for Shavasana, or the spinal posture of integration. Start to relax your ankles and let the ankles drop open. Relax the knees and let your knees drop open. Relax your hips and then relax your low back. As you're relaxing the low back, relax the middle back and then the upper back. Notice the stillness in your body by allowing your right shoulder to relax and then the left shoulder to relax. Now just shift your attention up towards the forehead and relax your forehead, the eyebrows, and the corners of the eyes. Relax the cheeks and the jaw. Place your tongue at the palate or on the roof of your mouth and just notice the breath coming in cool and going out warm. Let the breath come in cool and go out warm. Drop the tongue to the base of your mouth. Now very gently, you can rock your head from side to side. Start to observe your physical body. Notice any subtle changes in your physical body. If you like, you can inhale and extend the arms up over your head. Give yourself a nice long stretch. Exhale and release your arms down. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a good squeeze. Acknowledge yourself for doing your practice again, finding the time for yourself to release some of those things that no longer served you. Now roll over to your right side and we'll come back up into a comfortable seat. Draw your tailbone down and lift all the way up on the sternum. Keeping your gaze downward, bring your palms to your heart center, lift the heart up into the palms, and we'll close our practice today with the greeting of Namaste. My internal light respects your internal light. Namaste. Happy Hump Day. Keep practicing.